All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome back to Chris's Sports Corner. Real quick, man, hope everybody's having a great Thursday. Somebody said that in the comments. They was like, "I'm having a great day." Shout out to them, man. I want to talk about something, and before I get into this video, man, I want to say this is just my honest opinion. This is my reflection. This is just and first, before I go down this road, I want to say I'm a fan of him. Or maybe he just lost a fan. So we're all familiar with the Pat Beverly, Chris Paul incident. You know, everyone's talking about it. And I touched on it last night for about 30, 40 seconds in my video. But I kind of want to talk about this. And the reason why, honestly, it bothers me. As a fan of the sport, as a fan of basketball, this one bothers me for the simple fact that it's such a contradiction. And the reason why I'm saying that is Patrick Beverly, if you follow my channel at all, I often refer to him as the gnat at the barbecue. I've said he's the guy that if he's on your team, you love him. But if he's not on your team, you cannot stand this guy. But I'm fine with that. I'm okay with that. That's his game. Man, this guy, he's not the biggest, he's not the strongest, he's not the most athletic. He's not the elite of elite. He's not the best scorer. This is a guy who built his career off of intensity, chippiness, fight, all of these things, and you gotta love that. But so that's why I was befuddled when I seen the push in the back of Chris Paul. And the reason why, and let me say this off the rip, Chris Paul don't get no pass from me. I'm gonna be honest. Amazing performance last night. But Chris Paul, him and Patrick Beverly temperament is kind of the same in the way they play the game. You know, they both gonna over exaggerate the fouls. They both are gonna, play close to that line. And Chris Paul have done some things, and with some hits in the mid sections and some different things. You go, ooh, come on, that ain't even cool. It's not. And Pat Beverly played the same way. So they kind of one in the same. Okay, wait. For someone come in and say, Chris, are you saying Pat Beverly is as good as Chris Paul? No. That's not what I'm saying, man. I'm not saying Pat Beverly is as good as Chris Paul as a player, but I'm saying the way their temperament, their spiciness on the court, their trash talk is like each other. But this is the part I can't understand. Pat Bev will show up anybody. He will talk trash immediately. We all remember him and going after Dame and Kiki Ken at Dame, like Dame is somebody that you can key like you're even on his level. Anyway, that's a whole nother thing. We remember him and Russell Westbrook thing, and you couldn't tell if that was it was sort of like a little cheap shot, but not really, because he was trying to take the. Anyway, I want to get into all that. Pat Bev is the guy that antagonizes all of that. He's the person that's always, to me, he's like the mouth of the Clippers. Now, I'm not saying this because, first of all, this is me speaking on his temperament. Pat Bev probably had one of his best defensive series this series than he's had in his career in the playoffs. So, not taken away from that. But I'm just not understanding why this guy will get so mad because Chris Paul apparently said something, and then he pushed him, but that's not cool either. Like, I'm not, but you don't, come on, if you got a problem with a person, you don't push him in the back. To me, it's a guy code. Like, you got an issue with somebody, don't push him in the back. Call their name, say something, have them turn around, and then, whatever altercation you want to have with a person. So that to me was just weak. It was weak. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I'm a little disappointed in Patrick Beverly. I don't mind if I don't like the chirping, you know, but I do because it's like that's his game. You know, if you're like, it frustrates you because you can see him getting in your favorite player's head. You're like, don't let him do that. You know, you see it and it bothers you, but at the same time, you're like, hey man, that's his game, dog. I'm not mad about it. That's his game. But when you all of a sudden can't take a joke or you can't take trash talk, now you want to get physical. I forget which player said this, but he had a point. This is not the old NBA, all right? Like the back in the days NBA, that would have turned into something way worse. In today's NBA, ain't nobody really gonna fight, right? Like, so I feel like when players go as far as to do the little pushing and shoving, they know someone coming to break it up soon, right? They know somebody gonna get into it. But the fact that Patrick Beverly went as far as to push him in the back and based off of now I'm quite sure he walked past Chris Paul, said something to him because they've been chirping all series. You know, I just lost a little respect for Pat on that because I'm like, dude, this is your game. When someone beats you at your own game, do not get mad. Let me tell you, I'm gonna give you a prime example. The Phoenix Suns. If you watch towards the end of that elimination game against the Lakers, you seen Chris Paul. You remember in that series where LeBron was backing Jay Crowder down, playing around at the end when they eliminated the Lakers ass. Chris Paul he was playing with him. You know, Jay Crowder was saucing him. Me as a fan of the Lakers, I was upset. I was like, ooh, y'all ain't gonna respond to this. Ooh, somebody get mad. But at the same time, I'm like, I get it. That's the game. So what people thought, oh, you have a problem when the Lakers were doing it. No, I don't have a problem with nobody with the trash talk. That's part of the game. You better if you don't do your part, you get your butt whooped. That's on you, sir. So I had no problem with that, but that's part of the game. But you don't get mad off of that and go fight somebody or put somebody in the back. Like to me, I always admired Pat Beverly. You know, maybe he's a tough guy or whatever we want to label him as. But to me, that was just weak. Like you pushed him in the back. Then today you go and apologize. And that's fine. I just didn't like the act itself. The act itself was just weak. It just said, I'm a sore loser. Pat Bev can dish it, but he can't take it. Right? Like, it's like, oh, I can talk trash to you. But when we're up, when they're up, he is clowning. He's all on the bench, antagonizing fans, just chirping at players, all of that. But then, when the shoe is on the other foot, now you want to get mad and push somebody and fight because now you're mad because someone did to you what you do to people all the time. Sorry, Pat Bev. I lost a little bit of respect for you on that one, man. I gotta be honest. Not because of the top style of play. I'm cool with that. But it was just the fact that it was just weak, man. It was just weak. So that's my take, man. With that being said, guys, please like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Till next time, man, you guys be good.